Hey man, you forgot the apostrophe.
Hi, I'm Jason,
I'm Timo.
and we just went to the farmer's market.
I don't know what possessed me to do it, but about a month ago,
Good food.
I suddenly was like, I wanted an avocado for breakfast. I think that was part of it actually. And so I went to this farmer's market expecting to see like 6 or 8 different carts or little areas or whatever of produce, and that would be about it. I was really surprised because it was huge.
Right. I heard the Beaverton market was big, but that's the first time I've ever been to that one. I went to the Portland farmer's market.
Yeah.
I've been going there for years because I used to live about half a mile from there.
So this is not new to you.
No,
This is old hat.
farmer's market's old hat for me.
Yeah. So it was a lot bigger and it was a lot more expansive than I was expecting. And I think I walked out of there the first weekend. I think I spent like $30 on produce, and I bought a beer and I bought like a couple of things, and I had a really great time. And I thought to myself, and this is where kind of my inner romantic comes out. I thought to myself, I would love to like wake up with somebody special next to me and like let's go to the farmer's market and just like not shower, just sort of roll out of bed and brush your hair and go to the farmer's market and kind of get, maybe stop at one of, there's 2 really good local coffee shops that are right nearby, and just sort of get coffee and wander through this farmer's market and just pick out stuff for breakfast and then come back and make like brunch and just spend the morning together. It just sounded like a fun romantic morning. So I went back a second time, and I have this app that I use that I put together my shopping lists from, and you set each item has a location. And I went through like all the vegetables like after that first trip and like
Right.
changed all of them to farmer's market. So now there was probably 8 things that second trip that I decided to start getting at the farmer's market.
Right.
So
That's what I did when I lived close by. There were the Saturday ones and the Wednesday ones. The Wednesday one was actually
Right.
2 blocks from my apartment.
oh wow.
So after I'd get off work and it was still open, and I'd just walk down there and take about $20 each time, because you have to set a price,
A budget?
a budget,
Oh my
budget, because
God.
you can spend a lot of money there because
I-
everything just looks so good.
Yes.
And then I'd just get all my fresh produce for like the next couple of days.
I was talking to one guy today at the farmer's market, and he said like I don't remember what it was, but it was something that I was looking at, and he was like, "Yeah, we just picked that this morning." I'm like, "Oh my God!"
Right.
It was like just picked this morning. So yeah, so local and sustainable and organic and or organic quality, like all of those things really appealed to me, and I've sort of changed my shopping habits very quickly.
Right.
And I love the idea that a lot of this stuff it's like I said, it's local, but it's like you can tell it's got better quality.
Yeah, and the quality is as good or better, and
Yeah.
you can taste that in the food, and you can see it.
That was something I really wasn't expecting, because the tomatoes were like 10 times better than any tomato
Right.
I've ever bought at a store. Like it was incredible how good
That's,
these.
again, because they have to, when a big supermarket is buying them, like even a place like Whole Foods, they gotta, like tomatoes, they pick them while they're green and they ripen them as they travel, basically.
Right. So good, like the best tomato I've ever had.
And you also find more varieties of produce.
Yeah, oh my gosh. There's this one cart at the Beaverton Farmers Market that has like 6 bins set up, and each bin is a different kind of tomato. Like it's like apples, like everybody knows that there's like Ravenstein and Granny Smith and Pink Lady and Jazz
Fuji,
and all these different kinds of apples, right? And I didn't know that there was like all these different kinds of tomatoes.
Normally you can find like hothouse, beefsteak, and
Right.
Roma at a supermarket.
Exactly. And I've never seen any of those at the farmer's market. But what was it? I bought a Cosmonaut. It's a Russian tomato. I didn't even know that existed. And they each supposedly have a different flavor. So I'm really excited to see how that Cosmonaut one tastes.
And there's also beer.
There is beer. So do you want to show the bottle?
Yeah.
So there's this brewer guy.
This is Ambacht, and as the label says, locally made, Belgian inspired.
And he was saying that he sources a lot of his ingredients locally as well.
As local as you can. Yeah.
So what else do we see? We tasted some whiskey from a local distillery.
House
we did-
Spirits, the same people who make Aviation Gin.
And we also had 2 different wineries. We tasted some wine. I tasted 2 Rieslings. It was nice to see white wines from Oregon,
Right.
and not just always Pinot Noir.
Although I had a Pinot Noir Blanc.
That was good. What else? Oh, there was bread. There's this place that I discovered. It's a German bakery called Fressen, and they make really good stuff. They make this pretzel bread that I had all the time when I lived in Germany. That is just like we don't make it in America. And when we do have pretzels,
Apparently we do.
they don't taste right. Yeah, exactly. Apparently we do now.
And there's also talk of or there's been talk for a couple of years of a permanent market, like they have up in Vancouver, BC,
Oh yeah.
the Granville Island Public Market.
Speaking of Granville Island Public Market, that's what I'm drinking today. I was up in Canada a while back, and I brought back some Granville Island Brewing, and I'm drinking their maple cream ale. Do you remember that?
I do.
Oh
It's very
man,
good.
so good. But yeah, that market, I remember that market on Granville Island. It is absolutely amazing.
Right.
I
But
would
hopefully
love to
we're
see
getting
it.
something like that, something permanent, where we can actually get direct from the farm all year round or as much as of the year as possible.
Yeah, that's really cool. I would love that. I would totally shop there. Yeah, so if you guys have experiences with local markets or farmers markets or the bigger type Pike Place or Granville Island type things, let us know. Talk about it. We're really interested in that.
And don't forget to like. Like's right down there.
Subscribe.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. I think I figured it out. Subscribe's
Subscribe's there, like
yeah,
that.
subscribe, like,
Comment.
over
And of
Yeah.
course, we're available on Twitter, and you can reach us on there.
here. Yep.
And we'll put our handles at the end of the video. We'll
Bye.
be around.
Beer.
Beer.